it's a new team. They're a good bunch of guys. Although I did like having a female sniper around. It's kind of, you know, hot.
It's a big rig, that's all I'm saying.
She got that 6.7 liter V8, so I mean, I figure she's the better deal.
30. Live on a base, not a ranch. That should work. You don't need that 6.7.
Just saying, man, she's the better deal.
Try it now.
How's that?
We need to get spun up ASAP.
How long's the team need?
Prep? About 30 seconds. Just got the green light, people. Let's get it together. 30. Douse that. Pepper. Kozak.
So they actually got those working. Not bad.
Hey, well, the tech works great till you try to move too fast in it. What's the op?
Warlord. Hiding in a refugee camp. Sounds like he's got the same supply as our friends in South America. Intel's on the MRT.
The man you brought in, Paez, coughed up about 100 names. Most of them are small to mid-time players in South America. But we did dig out one unusual connection. Gentlemen, we're heading to Africa. Paez's gear was only part of a larger shipment. Another part went into Zambia, to a man named Dede Makaba. Makaba's an Angolan warlord and war criminal. He fled Angola and crossed the border into Zambia, where he set up shop right in the middle of a refugee camp. He's got a fresh shipment en route. Makaba's just a means to an end. Your priority is intel on the source of that shipment. Our window's tight on this, so it's gonna have to be a daylight raid. A local contact will get you into the camp. Find Makaba, find his shipment, and find his source.
So, let's see. So we're glow popping. Kind of like what I did in Call of Duty. But at least this has a bit of a tighter story.
Dede Makaba's an old-school guerrilla who's turned one of the border refugee camps into his personal territory. Nobody gets guns or food in there without his say-so. Looks like he still had some old contacts to reactivate when it came to arming his people. And those are the same contacts who armed Paez.
Okay. Bit more briefing.
We don't have the processor power yet to let the adaptive commo function while you're moving fast. But when you're holding position or taking it slow, it's the next best thing to being invisible.
I won't call bullshit on that because he still make a shadow.
Magnetic view makes any metal in the vicinity pop out in your field of view. That includes mines, guns being held by hostiles in cover, hidden caches, you name it. The terrain you're going into is almost desert. Long sight lines, not much cover. Take an assault rifle with a tac scope attachment. It'll give you good range for distance work, and full auto if you have to rock and roll.
Now, if you understood everything like I just said, then you're pretty solid in military shooters. But just in case you're not, this is like a detailed. Well, if I go into the custom screen, it's like a more detailed explanation of what the hell's going on with the guns. And when I first saw this, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Right? Because you can like just tear the gun down and just basically build it from the ground up, in theory. And you can like replace. It's funny how like in depth this thing is. And on the bright side, it saves your setup too, so that if you change to another gun for another mission and you want to come back to the gun you had in the previous mission, the game will save what you did to that gun. And it's like, holy shit. Remember that paint? Yeah, a lot of paint for that gun. Ah, yes, the triggers. Do it. Yeah, but since this was like my third time playing this game, like from the first mission, it's like I didn't really get a grasp of like the customization screen until like a little bit later. I think like in the maybe the mission after this, but we'll see. We'll see what I do. I'm just thinking, how the fuck do I change this? Not like that. There you go. Right there, I just had an epiphany. Like, wait, what the fuck? Wait! It's like when I change from a foregrip to a rail cover or something else, it's like the stats change. And knowing me in RPGs, you know, the higher my stats, the more I like things. So you know, high stats always win with me. Angled foregrip. I like that. I like it. Let's go with the angled foregrip. And I still think that I still think that has an effect over something. It's funny looking at this in retrospect. Or does it? I still see arrows on it. Oh yeah, the gas system. Remember in Battlefield 3 I said lasers are for pussies. And now here I'm about to use a laser. Did I say that? Yeah, I think I did say that in Battlefield 3. Lasers and flashlights because they give away your position. Suppressor. No, I like the extended stock. Check out the optics. Attack scope with 4x magnification. Yeah, I just might tell it now. It's like, if I don't tell in the future in another video, but I was kind of surprised that the sniper scope's magnification was like 12x, and then, well, they may have some that's more powerful scopes in real life, but in where I work, is like I'm around like camera equipment, so it's like, I look at some of the cameras and they have like 20x or like plus 20x magnification, so I'm like, holy shit, it's like a camera's zoom is more powerful than a scope zoom, which is kind of like insane. But then thinking about it in terms of Far Cry 3, I know it doesn't make sense, but in my mind it makes sense. It kind of does. Oh yeah, we finished making that bad boy. And now we always test it out. I like this shit. It's like you could just have so much fun in here. You just chill before a mission and just shoot the fuck out of something. Well, pretend you're like FPS Russia or something. Except that is swag. What happened there? Mass trigger? Yeah, it's probably a mass trigger. Yeah, I was going off of something FPS Russia said about burst fire. It's supposed to be in the same place, right? The gun jumps a little bit. Yeah, for a 3-round burst setup, it's like aim for the chest. You gotta aim for the torso more than the head. If you aim for the head, it's probably gonna miss. Like 2 out of 3 times, it's gonna miss its mark. One bullet's gonna make it, but the other 2 are just gonna miss because I think they jump up a little bit. Yeah, let's go make some mass trigger setup. Then again, with a full auto, you kind of get the best of both worlds if you can control your index finger. Yeah, if you like to, just hold down on the shoulder button, shoulder button. Yeah, your gun's gonna like spray everywhere. But if you're a little sensitive to it, you can manage to squeeze off like a single burst, not burst, but a single shot. Got some massive popping. A lot of frame drops in this game. It's just kind of disappointing considering that it should have been since it's in 720p, it should have been optimized for the PS3 for its hardware, but I guess I think this is like towards the end of the PS3 cycle, so it should have been optimized. You're still getting frame drops. Yeah, I don't want to become PC biased, but the more I learn about tech, it's like the more biased I become, Graphical fidelity, frames, all important, resolution. Well, graphic fidelity and resolution go hand in hand, but Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with the SMG too much. Always gotta double check something. Oh yeah. Game's like, you can't go in this without a suppressor. You need a suppressor. So I'm like, fine, I put it on this. I could compensate for the suppressor taken away from the range of the weapon by adding a longer barrel. But I'll do that. I'll do that in a later mission though. But I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just telling you the specifics of the gun, the specs of the gun. There's not too much I could do with the SMG. Ooh, I just said that. What if I could trick out the handgun and do some stuff with that? Like maybe I like. Oh, I wonder if it has burst fire. Oh, I wonder if it has different trigger setups. It's kind of crazy. I might experiment with that later, but you know what? The next time I got my PS3. So this game makes you, well, in hindsight, this game kind of makes you wish you had this amount of freedom with the guns in like a Fallout game than what you have in Fallout games. Because right when I'm playing this, I'm uploading like the rest of the Fallout New Vegas videos. And I'm looking at some of the stuff in there, and it's like, oh my god, I wish you had some of the stuff from Ghost Recon in there. And it's like, I wish the game was like optimized to run like kind of like Ghost Recon, or handle like Ghost Recon. But it's a different engine, different engine, different rules, and different everything.
Che, para o caminhão, para o caminhão. Ei, põe marcha ré aí. Malandra. Che, não tava falando com você.
Venha, vamos dar um passeio.
Vão vocês, vou descansar um pouco. É, não demore, sai da estrada.
Não te preocupa, irmãzinha. Eu vou te cuidar de você. Tá, vem aqui. Para de chorar. Não chores.
Ei, Che, tenha calma. Tenha calma. Malandra.
Say the word, Captain. Quietly.
Hunter, this is Overlord. What's your status?
Overlord, Hunter's in position. Ready to move on your go.
Copy that. Primary objective is to locate and secure Makaba's latest weapon shipment.
And Makaba?
Secondary, his suppliers are our main interest.
Copy. Hunter out.
One rifle. By the well.
Shit. Yeah, I'm about to get to another sneezing fit.
2 targets marked. That's 3. On your shot.
Set to fire.
On your word. That's 4 targets. Ready to fire. Standing by. On your shot. Do it.
He's down.
I like how you. Nice. Just a civvy. Don't fuck with the civvy.
Camo's active.
Engage! Engaging!
He's like,
Got a man!
guys.
We need to get eyes
Wow,
on that
2 shots to the
camp,
head.
see what we're dealing with. On me.
And you think you just be put down with 1 bullet. So everybody's like loud as fuck. Oh, suppressed weapon. Seems kind of tainted, don't you think? It's like my one. Well, actually, these beginning levels are supposed to be like training levels, so they kind of introduce you to the game like piece by piece. Like the first level is to get acquainted with your main gear. This level is to get acquainted with sync shots. Next level, I think, is with the UAV.
Keep your heads down. Prone
And
and
it's
crawl.
2 forms. Then the level after that is probably that monkey. Well,
All right.
it was just a.
We should be good.
Hostiles have a light vehicle. On the right.
Just take it nice and slow.
One rifleman. Right over there near the car. Can you tell what he's
Kind of
doing?
like how our guns
On
have
you.
stealth camo too. He's taking a piss. He's taking a piss. I'm gonna stand by this tree. Like, since I don't have a UAV, I gotta use that.
Two marked.
I know I'm spoiled.
Marking the third.
And number 3.
On your shot.
Everybody sync up.
Ready when you are. On your word. On your shot.
It's like Sword Art Online. Look at my map.
They just found a body.
Moving position.
Don't worry, we're still in stealth camo.
12 o'clock. Got it. 12 o'clock.
Dude, listen to that sound.
Target down. We're clear.
Ooh, no, there are those frame drops again.
Camo's on.
Like Tom Clancy games always like, you know, excel in sound. Everything sounds so crisp and clean and it's nice. Change your pace from I'll keep ragging on Call of
That's
Duty.
outside our
It's, you know, it's Call of Duty. It's its own thing.
That's one big camp. No way we find Macabre and all that without help.
We wait for a view from upstairs, we might lose him.
30. We go into that mess blind, we lose them for sure. Overlord Hunter, we need a SAT scan of that refugee camp.
Overlord copies. Stand by, we'll push it to you.